So Hezbollah hit 12 children in the north of Israel with one of their rockets. And this is how the media report what's happened. So Daniel Greenfield of the Front Page magazine mentioned how the media routinely play up civilian casualties in any Israeli airstrike. But as the headline shows, the game is different when Islamic terrorists attack children. After the Islamic terrorist group Hezbollah struck a soccer field in the Israeli Golan Heights, killing a dozen Druze children. Druze are a non-Jewish minority group in Israel whose members often serve in the Israeli military. The media did its best to write the most ambiguous headlines possible. So let's have a look first at the New York Times. Here's how they choose to report it. Let me just get it up for you. Rocket from Lebanon kills at least 12 in Israeli-controlled Golan Heights. Now, the New York Times keeps it at least a bit ambiguous in terms of Israel's absolute and clear right to the Golan Heights. This is their legal, historic, I would say also God-given land. But it's absolutely clear from a legal perspective, which, by the way, the previous American administration recognized as being Israel's right. It's their rightful territory. But MSNBC manages to now front-load claims of Israeli occupation in the attack, as we can see here. Oh, I think I've lost the headline. Have a look. There we go. Rocket attack in Israeli occupied Golan Heights leaves several dead and injured. But the overall prize goes to NPR for what is basically an Israel had it coming headline. Okay? This is NPR's headline. A rocket hit Israeli-controlled Golan Heights after Israel struck a Gaza school. It is so heinous. Israel attacked a school that was housing Hamas. And we saw that clearly, and they provided evidence for that. And we know from so much first-hand data and evidence that Hamas hides in civilian territories. They work from there under hospitals. It's so disgusting. It's so sickening. And Israel does all she can to try and minimize civilian casualties and warn people in advance and all these things. Sometimes at the expense of Israeli soldiers' lives, and I even question whether that is moral, but they do that nonetheless. And it's also unclear how many people who are considered civilians are actually in some way complicit. That's also can often be unclear. You could be someone teaching kids to become martyrs. You could be cooking food for terrorists. You could be hiding weapons for terrorists. You could be providing data to them. And yet they create this equivalence here between Israeli territory, Jewish territory, being hit by radical Islamic terrorists, and Israel targeting the terrorists in order to provide security, not just for Israel, frankly, for everyone in the region, because these people are bad actors who hurt their own people as well. So I think one of the key takeaways from this is that we have to call out the media and realize that, yes, they genuinely are biased, subjective, and trying to create narratives that are not reflective of reality, but also to be less intimidated by them, to be less impressed by the media, to realize that they do have often, not always, but many have agendas. And if that headline doesn't have an agenda there, then frankly, I don't know what does. Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.